Hello, God bless you. I have been trying to record about Michal for a while. Every time I record, I have to re-record it again. So let's hope that I don't have to record this again. By the grace of God, we'll be talking about Michal today. We'll be looking at the book of 1 Samuel 18 and 19 and some other scriptures. Now, King Saul was the first king of Israel. He had two daughters. Maybe he has more than two daughters, I'm not sure, but I know two daughters that were mentioned. So he had Michal, the second one. The one that was supposed to be married to David was given to somebody else. So he compensated when he found out that Michal was in love with David. This was before David became king. Now, a lot of people in power doesn't want their children to marry anybody that has less wealth than they do. And Paul thought in his heart that I will use this to be able to get hold of David, to trap him. Now, parents know how their children are. They know what their children are. They know how their children are. They know how stubborn their children are. They know how mischievous their children can be. Now, this is the same case when it comes to Michal. King Saul knows that Michal can be Michal. So he said, yes, maybe this will be my chance to be able to get him. He has been trying in different ways to get David since the time that the Goliath was killed. So in 1 Samuel 18:19, we saw that Merab, Saul's daughter, was given to David. But because David was not well to be, they gave Merab, M-E-R-A-B, they gave R to somebody else. So, since it discovered that Michal was in love with David, now Michal and Jonathan has some kind of connection together. So I'm thinking that, they've talked about David a lot and, and all of those things. And David has become fond of Michal as well. So they found out that King Saul was told that Michal is in love with David. So King Saul told David and said, okay, you want to marry my daughter? Why not? But as dowry, this is what you are going to give me as dowry. Because David was thinking that I have nothing to give you as dowry because you are the king. I am nobody. I have nothing to give you for the dowry of me to marry your daughter. So he said, all I need from you is 100 foreskins of the Philistines. Now, if anybody have seen or a baby circumcised, you know that it's not easy to get those foreskins off. So David had to get grown men's foreskins. So God gave David victory. He killed 200 Philistines, got their foreskins. Here you go, 200. You want to count it? And once they got it, he was given Michal as wife. And he took Michal as wife. Now, as Michal became the wife of David, this was before David became king, remember that. King Saul is trying every single way to kill David. Now, you have connections with some of your servants or some of the people that you work with that will tell you the things that your parents is planning in secret, and this is what happened with Michal. She got to know that our father is trying to kill David. Like, you need to go today. You cannot sleep here. My father is coming to kill you. You know what? I have tried and got out of this window before. That was not in the Bible. But I know you'll be fine. So let's get you out through the window and, you're going to be okay. So she helped David to get out of the house through the window. On getting out of the house, she now pretended to make sure that it looks like David is still inside. What did she do? She put a portrait there, goat's ear, to make it look like if that was David's ear. So I'm guessing that King David has black hair. So make it look like if he's there, so you can see that she's mischievous. That was why King Saul said, let me give Michal to David to spite him. But when you're in love, you are in love. So she's in love. She helped her husband escape from her father. So, and as a result of this, when King Saul died, and the sons of King Saul also died, David became king. So when David became king, he said, I want my wife back. So they got him his wife back. She was married to somebody else. She wasn't waiting for him to come back. Now Meribah, her sister, had died. Before she died, she had some sons. So she had 5 sons. So Michal was taking care of those sons, according to history. She was taking care of them. So, but she was also married. You know, like king's palace, people live together in the same place. Most likely, her husband was also living there. So, excuse me. So, since her husband was also living there or very close by, it was easy for them to be able to get Michal back from the person that she was currently married to. Oh, her husband did not like that King David wants his wife, but it's the king's order, and she was actually married to King David first. And it says they were using her as a deal breaker. Like, no, you gotta go, because King David gave them an ultimatum. It says, if you want this to be, you have to bring my wife back and give me my wife back, because I already paid my dowry and I did not issue issue divorce. So they had to get Michal back for David. Now, after they got Michal back for David, her husband's name was Palti. On the way to King David's place, Palti cried all the way, crying. Don't take my wife away, don't take my wife away, don't take my wife away. Oh well, they took the wife. She was ready to go. So they took her, and you know, she was happy to go back to King David. And she was happy with King David because she still loved him. When we look at 2 Samuel 3:14-16, David sent message to Ishbosheth, Saul's son, and he told them, that was where he told them, give me my wife back and all of those things. And they returned his wife back to him to settle the deal. And once they had that, that was settled. One of the things that Michal did that destroyed her as a woman was that she had pride in her, and she did not handle that. You know, when you are born into wealth, you have to allow God to search you when you become a Christian, and remove those things in your life that can destroy you, the sins that easily beset us. This was the problem that she had. She didn't know that she have problems in between her. She didn't know that she have pride still in her. She was still looking down on David. Even though David has become the king, she was still looking down on David in some way. How do we know this? When David was dancing, when they brought back the Ark of Covenant, and David was dancing in the book of 2 Samuel 6, David was excited that finally the Ark was coming back to him and to the city of David. He didn't want it there before because he was afraid, because he saw how Uriah died and he didn't want it there. But when he saw that after they gave it to somebody else's house and the person was being blessed, like, oh, I want it, just bring it back. So he was dancing, praising God. When God has been good to you, the way you dance and worship God is different from the way that somebody that doesn't know what God has done for them, the importance of what God has done for them. So David was dancing and rejoicing, and she doesn't understand why David was dancing like that in public. And she said it in her heart, even before David got to her. Because she already said it in her heart, God already judged her from there. So when you are married to somebody that is a servant of God, you have to be careful what you are thinking and what you are saying, because angels are around you carrying every message to God. There is a 3D camera that is not from earth, recording your thoughts, everything, inside out, every single thing being recorded. So you have to ask God consistently, search me, O God, cleanse me, O Lord, remove anything in my life that might be an instrument for the enemy to destroy me. So when Michal died, she had no children of her own, according to the Bible. Other books might tell you differently, but she had no children of her own. She did not stay around to take care of any of her own children that she gave birth to from her womb. So many lessons for us here as women. As we grow, allow God to search you. And when you're married to somebody, allow God to continue to search you. Watch what you think in your mind. And remember that you also are not perfect. Wherever God is bringing you from, He is the one that is bringing you. And is the one that is growing your marriage. Marriage is cleaving. 1 + 1 = 1. Before that 1 + 1 can be equals to 1, there has to be cleaving. Cleaving is not easy. Cleaving includes molding, removing things that does not belong there, and allowing God to let you know how to live, to be a better person, to be submissive to the Holy Spirit. If you are not submissive to the Holy Spirit as a man or as a woman, it will not be easy for you to love your spouse genuinely. So I pray that God will help us all to be good examples and better Christians. Good examples to those that doesn't have God yet. God bless you. Thank you for watching and sharing this.